Hello everyone, this is Mary Ann and I'm back with another video because I have finally been able to set up my planner for 2016 and I already have all of the daily pages in my planner for the first quarter of 2016. And the setup of this planner and the layout of my daily pages now reflect all the goals that I have for 2016. Basically, my goals are focused on finance, fitness, and those are the two new goals that I have for 2016. But I also am keeping all the goals that I have had since a couple of years ago, which is school, and then I'm working on a book, and then I also have other projects that I am managing from the past year. I will continue those, and I have added two new goals for 2016, which is finance and fitness. So first, I would like to show you my January pages. This is it. We're already on the first, well, it's already the 10th of January today, and these are the pages that I have. And then for a video about how I plan and what I track and why, I'm going to link a previous video down below. But I'd also like to show you my pages starting in February. So these are the pages for February. They're basically, the layout is basically the same. The contents are the same, but I was able to print in color. Yay for me, because I was able to borrow somebody's colored laser printer. So I was able to print these pages, and I prefer printing my pages in laser because even though they get a little damp, because sometimes raindrops get in through the window when I'm planning, and when I accidentally throw some juice on it or food, the pages don't blot when you print with a laser printer, but they blot when you print with an inkjet printer. So I was able to borrow somebody's colored laser printer, so I was able to print these pages, but basically the layout is the same. What I track are over here. I write down here the name of the short story or that I have been able to work on for the day, and also if I worked on my novel, I will write the name of the novel down there and the word count that comes up on pages, my pages software on my Mac. And then over here, if I read a book for the day, I will write down the name of the book and then the name of the podcast that I watched, TV show, movie for the day. And if I took medication for the day, I will put the name here and the dosage and the time I took it. I took this out for my previous pages because I wasn't on medication, but I had to put these back for February and March because I'm under treatment for varicose veins and venous disease, and so I'm taking medication for blood circulation, and also the legs are on here because I have to monitor pain levels on my legs, or if they feel really tired, even just in the morning, even before I have done my exercises. And if I have done my exercises, I will write that down there. And yeah, so this is going to be here for a couple of months, for February and March only. And over here is where I track my hormonal, I'm not bipolar and I don't have mood swings anymore. The mood swings have been caused by wrongful medication, caused by a misdiagnosis from 2 different doctors. Bummer. But the fact remains that I am not bipolar, so I don't have mood swings anymore. But I use this box to track because I have some hormonal imbalances, and they're not life-threatening, and I'm not planning on having any children in the future, so I don't need to be medicated. But I would still like to track the effects of that here. And then over here is for my fitness goals. I have to do about 300 crunches a day, and I have to do brisk walking for at least an hour every day. that is really not working out very well. I started in December 26th, but it's really not working out. And I'm still thinking about how I can motivate myself to do it. But I think that I was able to swim for an hour every day in 2014, and I really enjoyed it. It did not feel like a punishment. It did not feel like a chore because I love swimming, because it did not feel like a workout to me. I felt that I was honing or perfecting a skill that is necessary for survival. That's why I enjoyed swimming. But running or walking, or, well, it only takes like 10 minutes to do 300 crunches, but walking and running is not a very enjoyable thing to do for me, because it's really just workout, and I'm not really accomplishing anything beyond getting in shape, and it's not really a survival skill like walking and running. Running is not a survival skill. You don't have to practice running. If you need to run, you just run. And unless the zombie apocalypse is on us and we need to run away from zombies who are after us, then running is really a survival skill. And it depends on what kind of zombies we get, actually. If we get the really slow, stupid zombies from The Walking Dead, then we don't really need to run very fast. But if we get the very quick, very smart zombies in Planet Z, well, I would think that hiding is a more appropriate survival skill than running. And oh my God, I cannot believe I am talking about zombies in a planner-related video. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry. But anyway, that's what this box is for. That's what this box is for fitness. And I have to get right down to it. I just have to do it. I have to stop complaining. And, you know, if I have to run for an hour or do brisk walking for an hour, I will just put on my earphones and listen to Radiolab while I'm doing those. So that's it for those boxes. And the last box down here would be for my body measurements and weight and blood pressure, because I need to track my blood pressure before I do exercise and after, because I suffer from low blood pressure every now and then, so that has to be kept in check. And over here is the space for Hyperdex. I just paste the circles on here like this one, because the paper that I use with the Staedtler Triplus Fine Liner bleeds through very, very badly. So I need to put an extra sheet of paper on here. And this is just for a guide so that the Hyperdex will be completely centered on the page. But I don't use this as is. I paste the Hyperdex circle on here. And over here in this box right here, I print somebody's birthday, like on the 8th of February. It is a holiday because of Chinese New Year, so I put in here no work. And then 2 friends are also celebrating their birthdays on here, so I put their names on there. So that's really it. And over here is for skincare. It's not the same every day, and I have skin treatments that I need to use for twice a week. Some are once a week, some are daily, you know, things like that. And over here, these 2 boxes are for my son and for the boyfriend, just to track what they're up to. And my boyfriend has he's slightly hypertensive, so when he tells me that his blood pressure was slightly elevated for the day, I track that in here, because he never tracks anything. So sometimes he asks me, when was that day that I had hypertension? So I flip through my planner and tell him. And over here is the box in which I write down what I spent for the day. And then over here is the monitoring of the daily fluid intake. The palest one is for water. I just put down you know, like this one there, like that. The palest one is for water, and the second grayest one is for juice, milk, something that is not water, and the third is for when I take drinks that are caffeine based or have chocolate in them. I am now allowed coffee and caffeine, but I take it very sparingly. And over here is my savings. This is in line with my financial goals. I have to save a certain amount every day, very smallish amounts that I hardly ever notice. And this would be my running tally for the day. And over here I have the things that I need to I need to take care of, I need to track. Not every day, but it makes sense for me to track when I did them, precisely because I don't do them every day. So I have to know what day of the week I did them. So there's milk, my protein drink, probiotics. Now those three I have to do every day. But sometimes when I take my protein in the morning and then in the evening, sometimes I take it again because I forgot that I already took it in the morning. So I decided to put that down there so that when evening comes and it's not still shaded, then I know that I haven't done it yet for the day. But if it's evening and I have forgotten, have I taken my protein drink today? So I look at it, and if it's shaded, then I will not take it anymore at night. And then over here is for when I wore my compression stockings or compression socks for the day, because it depends on what activity I have in the office. If I'm just going to be sitting all day, I have to wear compression stockings. And then shampoo, body bath. These don't happen together all the time. Sometimes I just have a body bath and sometimes I just have a shampoo. It really depends. And then I have chocolate, if I journaled for the day, if I blogged for the day, if I took out the trash for the day, because I live alone in a dorm room, so trash doesn't have to be dealt with every day, and sometimes someone else does it. And then I have to do laundry, not every day, not even every week, because I wear a uniform to work and I have like 3 sets. So I have to do laundry. Sometimes if I feel like I have to change my bed sheets, then I have to drop them off at the laundry after. So that's basically it. And over here is for the detox, still in line with my fitness. I have to track how many times I went to the bathroom that day. And then over here is a teeny tiny box. It's really not for anything, but it's just for something inspirational. I put down there a little tiny smiling ghost, and then a stack of books and an apple, a red apple on top of it, because I am in school and my master's thesis for comparative literature is ghosts in literature as archetypes of human guilt. So just a little something fun to remind me that that's what I'm doing and I'm having fun with it, and it's for school and it's for a degree that I will get at the end of it all. So it's just nice to have it. That's why I have it in color, because it's not for tracking. It's just for something nice to look at, a nice reminder. And over here I have my main motif. I use the exact same pink color levels as my binder, which is the exact same pink that I used for my dividers right here, and the exact same pink that I used for the pouches, laminated pouches that I made for my planner. And this uses the same pink as the others. I took it from this one. So now everything matches color-wise. And the left side of my spread is for tracking, and the right side is for planning. And I just have like 4 major areas of my life that I have to plan for. This is for my day job. This is the icon for my day job. Over here is my work schedule, because it's not all the same every day. It has been adjusted again starting January, because I'm in school, and school happens twice a week on weekdays, and they're not all the same either. So depending on what my class is, they have adjusted my work schedule. And over here it's blank. I write there if I was late to work or not. If I'm on time, I write there on time. And then over here is the box if I have done overtime or undertime for the day, because if there's overtime, then there's paperwork to be done on the next day. And over here is a countdown of when we get to have a new president of the country installed, because I work for the government, and most government positions for executives are coterminous with the president. And I'm not coterminous with the president. I'm regular permanent. I'm a career appointee. I'm not a coterminous appointee, but it's nice to have a reminder of when people are going to transfer positions and transfer offices. And over here is a box for my personal things. personal things, things that I have to do for myself, and over here are things that I have to do for others, for my Etsy shop, and for projects. They're all together there. Over here is a box for my school. I write down there if I have a class for the day, if I have anything due for the day, and if I have to read anything for the day, anything that's related to my master's studies. That's what I put in there. And over here is my prayer box and my gratefulness box, or my gratitude box, or a summary for the day, or anything that will help me connect to something that will, make me feel better at the end of a very long day after I've had a difficult time at work or at school. Something that will make me look at the bigger picture and still be grateful. I will write that down there. Now, these are the pages for February, and I've also printed out the pages for March because I don't have a printer anymore, and I want to be able to use these pages until the time when I have to start printing them again. So that's it. And over here I have a tip-in. I always tip in the weekly task list for the sheet. Now on this tip-in, I write down the things that must be done for the week that don't have to be done on a specific day. They just have to be done on that specific week. That's why I have here must be done 07 to 0 February 2016, because that's Monday to Sunday, and that's how I organize my week. I always consider the Monday as the start of the week and the Sunday as the end of the week, the last day of the week. So that's why the heading is like that. And I'm going to be showing you how I do a tip-in. It's really just this sheet that is tipped in to this sheet. But a couple of people have also asked me how I did it, so I'm going to show it to you. So over here I have printed out that exact same sheet, and then I just take my cutting pad and my ruler and my cutter, and then I cut it down like that. And I made sure to print with crop lines from InDesign, so I'd be sure to get the height correctly, the same height as the height of my pages. And then to the bottom, there, and over on this side, because this is the edge that will be tipped into the edge of the other paper, I have to score this side. Now I use this, I like this ruler because it has lines, a lot of lines that you can use for aligning your lines on your paper with the lines that you have to cut. Now I just align the first line on the ruler with the line on the layout like that, and then I score, and then I take the other line here and align it again with the same line that is printed on the paper, and then I cut. So now I have the sheet that is scored, and then I fold, making sure that the fold is sharp, and then I go to that page. Let's see, this is 8 to 14, so this would be the week. So this is the 14th of February, which is a Sunday, and I always tip in the weekly task list to the edge of the Sunday spread, to the right of the Sunday spread. So I just take my glue stick, put some glue, and then attach it this way so that the edges will be aligned. And there, I have my task list. Oops. There, I have my task list right there. Now, I always append my task list. I always dip it into the edge of the Sunday spread on the right so that it will always be visible no matter what day pages I am on. It just makes more sense that way to me. And then when the week is over, I archive these and then I fold out the tip in, and then I can see the whole week in front of me. It also works when the week is not yet over and I have to plan for the coming week, because like for instance, in the case of this week, see, I can see what needs to be done on the following weeks. And to deal with the tip-ins, because I wouldn't have a hard surface to write on because it's just a fold out, I have prepared, this is just an extra sheet of lamination that I cut down to size, and then I score it here with a cutter, but not cutting right through the whole of the sheet, just enough to be able to bend it without breaking. And then I just use that, and so I have a hard surface to write on. So that's it for my tip-ins. So let me now show you my planner setup. Finally. I'm still on this compact sized Franklin Covey with 1.5-inch rings or 40mm rings that I got in September 9, 2014. So I've had this for more than a year and I love it so much. This is my main binder. This is all I ever use, except for my wallet, which is a Penny Bridge Compact, which I love because also when I have to be on vacation for about a couple of days, I just take out the pages from here and then stick it in there, and then I leave this in my suitcase, and then when I have to go around on vacation, I just carry a small bag and my Penny Bridge, which has the day pages for that day. So let me show you the setup of this planner. Over here I have the black Lamy fountain pen that I use. It just has a green ink in there. It's Diamond Sherwood green. And over here I have the cards that I use a lot. And over here this is where I stick in the things that I have to archive. But right now it just has the matriculation form that I have to use because on Tuesday I have enrollment in school. And that's all that's in there. And here is a page lifter from Franklin Covey. It's a gift from Tracy Reinhardt. And over here is the first section. It's the me section. I have other cards like health cards, sim trays, and then over here I have, this is actually this is a flash drive, a USB flash drive. There. So I keep that in there so it can be handy. And then the next section is the journal section. Just blank journal pages and a note on what I can journal about. I don't journal every day, and I don't journal anymore about what went on in my day. I only journal when an idea strikes me and I have to work out in my mind with myself. I have to have a dialogue with myself on how that idea can be worked into my work, things like that. That's all I ever journal about. So sometimes I have an idea, but I don't know yet how to start talking to myself about it, so I just write it down here. But when I already have an idea about how to start talking to myself about that idea, then I start journaling. So right now this has just blank pages because I've already archived all the pages that have been used up. And next is a project section. Starting a new project, but the contract isn't yet done, so I have just reserved some blank pages for it. And the next section is the blog section. These just contain ideas for blog. I have a bit of a backlog, but I already have plans on what to write for them, and those are the dates and the subjects that can be written about. And over here is an inspirational section. Sometimes I take this out, sometimes I put them in, but I thought I would put them in to show you guys what's in my inspirational section. This is just, I was having a little fun. This is my boyfriend, and those are our hands. And this is my son when he was about 3 or 2, I don't remember. This is my favorite picture of him. Over here is the boyfriend again. He composes his own songs. He used to be a band in the 1990s, and all of his songs are composed by him, and he was on lead guitar. And this is pretty much the same picture, and this is him. And over here is important days that I have to remember, although they are written down in a soft file somewhere. And his blood pressure, the exchange rate of the country he's in. He's only there temporarily for a couple of years, and he's been there a year already, and he has another year to be there. Other pictures. It's just playing around with the lamination sheet. And then a few poems that I really, really like. This is If You Forget Me by Pablo Neruda. This is Afternoon with Young Writer and a Cup of Coffee by Ricardo M. de Ungria. And over here is Poem for People That Are Understandably Too Busy to Read Poetry by Stephen Dunn. Now here is like a brain dump section. I call this to deal with because I post here things that I have to follow up. I paid for this purchase and I have to check that it gets delivered. A running task list of like whenever. And then people to keep in touch with, not regularly, but I do have to check on them every once in a while. Movies to buy, things to buy. These are the binder rings that I use for my planner archives, and just some loose papers that I have to that I can use to list things on. And then over here is a laminated pouch that I made. It just has a magnifying plastic, and that's all it has actually. And then over here is my Etsy section. I have a bunch of things to upload there for the second quarter of 2016, because I have already finished uploading everything for the first quarter of 2016. Now these are the things for the second quarter of the year, and this would be this is the same motif. I'm thinking about colors for the door, because I can change the colors of the door. It's just a vector that I can change the color of, and I was thinking of making it red to be very British, but it doesn't really look very nice. I would like to experiment with blue, so that it would be something like the one in Notting Hill, something like that, a bright blue, just some things that I'm working on for Etsy is in my Etsy section. And over here is the medication section, and it's back because I'm under treatment for vein disease and things like that. And over here is my hormonal thing tracking. And then I have the daily pages. I have another pouch here in which I put the hyperdeck circles and some paper patches to use and cut up and paste over any mistakes that I make on the actual daily pages. And here are daily pages for the rest of January. And I've already shown this to you guys. And let me fix that. Over here I have the monthly calendar just for forward planning. I have to take out the February and March because these have already been inputted into my daily pages. And then over here I have the finance section, which I'm not going to show to you. And then over here I have my I've labeled it Ghosts, but it's really for my graduate studies for comparative literature for the ghost research. And over here I have my study plan, matriculation forms, receipts that I have to archive, my new schedule for pre-enlistment, which is over, which is why I can already enroll on Tuesday. And then the grades that I got, if the paper has been uploaded to academia, things like that, and courses that I have to take and I want to take. And then this is the academic calendar, and then just some loose note paper. And lastly, this would be the section for my day job, which hardly ever moves. But over here is also the directory for the entire building. We have like 1,300 people in here. And these are numbers that I don't want to store on my phone because I don't really know all of them and I don't call them every day. But in case I'm out of the office and I do have to call them, it's nice to know that I have this directory that I can access. And then I have this plastic pouch that I made, which just contains my personal notepad for when I have to leave notes to someone. It's in personal size, so that it matches the paper size in here. And then the other half of the page lifter. And over here I just have a bunch of calling cards, business cards for my Etsy store. That is my Etsy store, and that's the URL. And then my Coleto pink, which is a rack from Tracy. So, oh my god, that's it. I was able to fit a lot into this video. And I was able to talk about the zombies as well. Sorry about that. But I hope you just had a nice chuckle. So that's it for the video for today. I think I'm really liking this layout. I really like the door. I like what it symbolizes. It's like, it's not always open. It's not good to be always open to everyone and everything. But it's nice to know that there is something that I can open and close if I need to. And it's pink and it matches the pink of my planner. Now everything matches, so I really like it. So that's it, you guys, for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.